y'all, so I'm on my way out, but I couldn't help just to stop and record this video because this word is for somebody. Like, this is something that God has already been talking to me about, you know, but I just know that it's for somebody else. Like, I just know. So if this is for you, please put it in the comments so I know that God is doing what God does because he loves you so much. Like, I just felt it so strong in my spirit. But bad company corrupts good character, okay? Bad company corrupts good morals, all right? Like, not everybody can have access to you in this season. Like, for me, like, that's what God has been saying to me and speaking to me specifically. Like, not everybody can have access to you in this season, you know? God will lead the right people in due time, you know? But it all has to be Holy Spirit led, right? So, but check this out. God is saying to you, whoever this video is for, bad company corrupts good character, okay? And so that being said, look, if somebody's trying to get you to go out and smoke, like, say no. It's as simple as that. Finally say no for once. Say no. And you know, if they ask you why, well, you know, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Like, just keep it at that. You do not have to explain yourself to people either. Know that, you know, like, and this is not a pride thing either. When you say, you know, not everybody can have access to me in this season. No, that's saying that it's time for me to get closer to God. That's what that means, you know, like, it's time, you know, it's not an isolation thing either, you know, because that's what the devil likes to do. He likes to, you know, isolate you and like things like that. But there's a difference, you know what I mean? Like, you hanging out, what we're talking about in this context is you hanging out with people that you're not supposed to be hanging out with. You know, like, they're in the world, they're doing these things that, you know, are forbidden. Like, you should not be dabbling in that. You know, especially when you're on the fence and you're trying to get serious about God, you got to cut these people off, man. Like, yes, it's all love, but you know, they are going to influence you to do things that you know that you're not supposed to do. And in turn, you're being a follower. You're not being a leader when you do stuff like that. You know, like, you need to be a leader and you need to set the example for the circle that you are surrounding yourself with. Now, if you are not the leader in that circle, that goes to show you that you're being influenced. Like, listen, you can be a bad influence as well, you know. Like, that was me. Like, I was just, you know, I'm not even gonna go into myself, but I'm just saying, like, that's crazy. Like, you can really be out here influencing others to do bad things too. So, you know, if it starts with you, then you really need to check yourself, because not only are you, you know, being detrimental to your own self, you know, having to make that decision that, you know, not only do you need to cut off these people, but you need to get yourself right. That's like next level. Like, especially if you're already that leader type of person, you know, like, you have that way about you. But this is serious for the person who is, you know, associating herself with people who, you know, you shouldn't. You know what I mean? When you're trying to get serious with God, it's a real thing, y'all. So just be like, no, just say no. Like, if somebody's inviting you, say, to go to, I live in LA, and like, people, I'm just using this analogy. Like, if people are telling you, oh, you know, let's go to this club, let's do this, let's go to a rooftop, but all they're going to be doing out there is listening to filth. All they're going to be doing is drinking and smoking and all this stuff. Like, to be real with you, none of that is fun to me anymore. You know, and you're going to get to that place too. It's like, you don't have to act reckless to have fun. You don't have to be doing what the world does in order to enjoy yourself. Like, no, like, especially when you're trying to grow, especially when you're in such a delicate season to where the enemy is trying to abort the calling on your life. Like, you can't risk it. You just can't risk it, you know? And yes, it's hard. It's hard. It's like you're grieving these people too. Like, when you're very attached to them, man, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go in a little bit more in depth with that, like, in another video, because there's so much to say about certain things in that aspect that I know will be helpful for y'all. Sorry, my hand's hurting. Just say no for once. It's time to finally make a different choice. Make a different choice this time. And I promise you, God is going to bless you through that. He's going to bless you in your obedience. I promise you, deliverance is going to happen, you know, as you are just trying to stay on the right course. It's your choice. So what you gonna do? what are you gonna do? I love you, all right? It's all love for me always. And real quick, before I forget, this word is for somebody too. You have stuff in your house and you need to throw it away. There's some new age items, there's some, idolatry stuff in your house that you need to get rid of, but you're not getting rid of it. You have to get rid of it. You have to get rid of it. You're not gonna be able to move forward because you are still attached to that thing and the enemy has legal rights over you. You need to throw it away. Go ahead and throw out all those books, throw out every single thing. You know what it is, dream catchers, crystals, anything that's in your house, y'all. And this is the word is for somebody. And I repented because I was like, God, I should have been said this way sooner, but please, you guys, like, take this serious. You know who you are. I don't know who you are. Holy Spirit, have your way. God knows. And so he really wants you to go ahead and just throw that out. God does not need help. Okay. He's God and God all by himself. And that's all you need. You need the Holy Spirit and that's it. Sorry, y'all. I really have to go. All love from me always. I love y'all. And until next time. Bye.